Thank you for joining Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you enjoy this class. Don't forget to subscribe.
So kind of in here what we shared at the beginning with, Jet being in Melbourne and everything. We don't have to be in lockdowns as such, but, we've all experienced tough times in our life. Life is hard, right? Life can be unfair. We don't understand stuff at times. I've come to the conclusion, taken me a lot of years, but come to the conclusion again that, that is just life. The impermanence of life. Nothing is permanent. Good times come, they go. Hard times come and they go. And I guess what has made a difference for me, and again, I talk from my experience, what has made a difference for me is just simply my attitude in the hard times. Has made all the difference. So life will come regardless, stuff will come at us regardless. The only thing we can be in control of is ourselves. So as you step off the mat after the class today and go into your week, just be aware of it. Subconsciously you probably will after doing the class and having those little threads of mindfulness. But when you feel yourself reacting to a tough spot during your life or even a part of your day, notice how you're responding to that. And again, from my experience, that makes all the difference. So let's practice coming to a seated posture, shutting the eyes down and just rock from side to side first. With the eyes shut if it feels comfortable, or taking that gaze down at the mat. And use your sensation, especially as the eyes are shut, just to find that central spot. Might want to move the upper body as well as the lower part of the body. And then like you're just really settling in, like you've got a comfortable armchair and you're just settling into that seat of ease. And the pose that we're in, especially if you're cross-legged or sitting over a bolster, is called Sukhasana, which literally translated means a posture of ease, an easy pose. So come into that posture to start with the sit bones wherever they are. Imagine that you're just plugging into Mother Earth, anchoring down and grounding. And then let the rest of the body just gently lift up. And imagine the upper part of your body is just being gently lifted up into the heavens. So let there just be a softness in the physical body. And then let the breath just come in waves. So almost imagining a visual of the ocean entering in, coming to the crest of the wave. And then as you exhale, just the wave kind of crashing into the shore. Just do a few rounds of that. If the visual helps, maybe use the visual, or just bring awareness to the breath. Notice if the shoulders can soften a little. Notice if the jaw can unclench a little bit more. And just come into that breath. Perhaps bring to mind some of the tough times in your life. Perhaps you're going through it right now. When life gets that a little bit harder, can you not wish it just to be easier, but instead decide to be stronger? Notice the inhale and notice the exhale. Doing a couple more, make them a little bit slower, longer, deeper. Even the front of the body, notice if you can soften those front ribs. And let's take one breath together. Inhaling in through the nose. A big letting go sigh out the mouth. If the eyes are shut, just gently opening them, let the light filter in. Let's just work the upper body, interlacing the fingertips, palms facing down. Feel the little stretch as you push the palms down towards the lap, but keep the elbows wide. On the breath in, really bring the palms all the way up. up, lengthen through the spine. On the breath out, pushing the palms away as you round the back. Breathing in, sweeping the arms all the way up and over. As you exhale, let's take a side stretch over to one side. It doesn't matter which. Breathing in, you're reaching all the way up. And breathing out over to the other side. Inhale, the arms will reach up again. As you exhale, sweep them out to the side. Feel that stretch. Interlace them behind the small of the back. And then take a breath in as you open the heart and peel the shoulders back. And as you exhale, scooping the belly in, rounding the back. Reaching everything forward. And then interlacing the fingertips as you lengthen through the spine, palms towards the lap. Let's do one more round. Breathing in, hands all the way up under the chin. Breathing out, pushing away, rounding the back, feeling the stretch in the arms. Inhale, feel the length in the spine. Perhaps take a back bend here as you reach up and over. Exhale, take a stretch to the side. Doesn't matter which. Breathing in, reaching up again, perhaps another back bend. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, spreading them out to the side. Feel the stretch. Clasp the fingertips behind you. Take a breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades, gaze up. And as you exhale, reaching forward. Make a prayer. Sweep the arms all the way up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, left hand in front, right hand behind. Let's take a twist. Breathing in to lengthen. Breathing out, twist and gaze over that right shoulder. Another breath in, you're lengthening. As you breathe out, twisting a little bit more. Everything comes all the way back around to center. Float the arms all the way up and over. And then take the twist on the other side. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Taking a breath in to lengthen. And as you breathe out, turn and gaze over that left shoulder. One more, inhaling in and exhaling in. Bring everything back round to center. Just release that left knee up so that the left foot is flat on the ground. Sit up nice and tall. If you feel like you need a support behind your back, go ahead. Interlace the fingertips. Just place the sole of the left foot on the palm. And then push the knee in towards you. Try and keep integrity in the spine. Take a breath in as you push the knee in towards you. As you breathe out, you're just lengthening that left leg just to your degree. It doesn't have to be straight as long as you're feeling your stretch. Keep pushing the sole of the foot against the palm and let the palm push back. If you want to go a little deeper, take a breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, flare the elbows out and bring nose to knee. Feel that stretch deepen. Hold it for a deep inhale and exhale. One more breath. And then gently guide the knee back into the chest. Drop the foot down. Wrap the right arm around the knee. The left arm comes behind. A breath in to lengthen again. And as you breathe out, turn and gaze over that left shoulder. One more breath in your twist. Jaw is soft. Breathing in to lengthen. And breathing out, twisting a little bit more. Everything comes back round to center. Drop that left knee down. And then bring the right foot in front. Sitting up nice and tall, interlacing the fingertips. Sole of the right foot on the palms. On the breath in, you're pushing the knee in towards you. And then on the breath out, again, lengthening it to your degree. Notice any difference on this side. Keeping that integrity in the spine. Good. Another breath in, lengthen a little more. As you breathe out, if you want to go deeper, flare the elbows out, bring nose to knee. Sole of the foot is pushing against the palm is pushing back. One more breath here. And then gently guiding the knee back in, dropping the foot down, sitting up tall. This time left arm wraps around the knee, right arm behind. Take a breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, you're gazing over that right shoulder. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling, twisting a little bit more. bounce back round to center. This time bring the soles of the feet together. So if the hips are feeling particularly tight, scoot the feet a little bit further forward. If you're wanting more hips, bring the feet up towards the pelvis. Interlace the fingertips, cradle the toes. Sit up nice and tall. On the breath in, it's like you're peeling the heart open, peeling the shoulders back, gazing up and pulling the toes towards you. And then on the breath out, we're reversing the stretch. So we're rounding the back, drawing the body over. Inhale, peeling everything open, pulling the toes up towards you, knees pushing out to the sides. Exhale, just rounding everything down. One more. Breathing in, opening up, and breathing out. Just push yourself up, lengthen through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, pull the toes towards you, and as you breathe out with a flat back, keep pulling the toes towards you. You're folding over the toes. You'll feel the stretch just deepen. Soften the back of the neck. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. Know that life's challenges are not supposed to paralyze you. They're supposed to help you discover who you truly are. There's a lesson there. Take one more breath. Use your core. Pull the spine all the way back up. Bring the knees back together. Take a breath in. Arms come out behind you. Give your shoulders plenty of room. Take a breath in. Knees are pointing up. As you breathe out, keep them squeezed together and just drop them to one side. So if you're dropping them to the left, gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, bring them all the way back up. And as you exhale, drop them to the other side and gaze over the opposite shoulder. One more on each side. Inhale to come up. Exhale, dropping them down, taking the twist. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, over to the other side. Inhale, bring the knees back up. Whichever transition is good for you, come onto all fours. Once you're on all fours, just bring the knees back a little bit further, the hands a little bit further forward. Not quite a modified plank, but that's kind of the idea. Engage the core and just rock backwards and forwards. So dropping hips to heels, engaging the core a little more as you bring the body over towards the palms. Don't dump in the back. Just notice how the body is feeling. Notice how your mind is feeling. From here, start to make some circles with the upper body. Just making them as big or as small as you feel to. We're just exploring how the body's feeling, maybe flipping the circle in the opposite direction. Can you accept disappointment when things don't go the way perhaps that you planned? When things are perhaps a little challenging, can you accept that but never lose hope? When everything seems to be going against you, take a breath in, let the breath go. Finish the circle that you're on, and then just move the palms and the knees so that you're on all fours, knees hip width distance, palms shoulder width distance. Dip the toes in. Let's take some cat-cow pose. On the breath in, the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. On the breath out, rounding and arching the back, like the belly button going to the spine. A few more. Breathing in, waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And breathing out, rounding and arching. Do two more in your own breath, just noticing how the spine is feeling as you move from one stretch to the other. And then once you've done your last one, it's coming back to that neutral posture. This time let's take a deeper stretch of the spine, walking the fingertips to the edges of the mat and just dropping into puppy pose. So really pushing the chest down, hips up towards the ceiling, finger mounds creeping to the edge of the mat. You're inhaling and you're exhaling. One more breath. Let's gently walk the hands back, coming back onto all fours. We're extending the right leg behind you. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, crossing it to the left, landing it on its toes, getting into the glutes and the hips as you slide the foot back. You can come onto your forearms or use any prop. Main thing is to keep the gaze low so the neck is not straining in any way at all. You're just feeling the stretch in that left glute and hip. And then your breath, come back to your breath. There's that beautiful saying is, life will bring us storms. Do we wait for the storm to pass to live our life again? Or can we simply learn how to dance in the storm? Storms will come, life will be hard. How will you approach it? Take one more breath in. Press into the mat with the palms, engage the core, swing that right leg all the way back behind you. Get steady first, take a breath in. As you breathe out, take a little crunch. So rounding the back, bringing nose to knee. Inhale, the right leg shoots back again with control. Exhale, taking a crunch, nose to knee. One more. Breathing in, the leg comes back. Good. Breathing out, nose to knee. Inhale, that right leg comes back again. Engage the core a little more. If you want more core, bring the left arm forward. If that's not for you, just keep both hands on the ground. If you're taking the balance, pull the left fingertips forward, push the right foot back. Push out through the right palm. One more breath here. And as you exhale, everything drops down onto the mat. Take a cat-cow curl here. Breathing in. And breathing out. Coming back to a neutral posture. When you're ready, the left leg extends behind you. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, we're crossing it over to the right, landing it on its toes, sliding it back, and this time you'll feel a stretch in that right glute and hip. Feel free to drop down onto your forearms or stay on your palm. Push out through the ball of that left foot. Keeping that eye gaze down low. Notice your breath. And you tell yourself that no matter how hard life gets, that you're going to make it, that you're going to get through it. Evidence is right here. You're all on your mats. You've gotten through the worst days so far. 100% success rate. Take one more breath. Press into the palms, engage the core, swing that left leg all the way back behind you. Getting steady first, take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're taking that crunch, rounding the back, bringing nose to knee. Inhale, the leg shoots back, take a breath in. Exhale, that rounding down, nose to knee. One more. Breathing in. And breathing out. The left leg extends behind you at hip height, either with both palms on the ground or you're engaging the core, bringing the right arm in front of you, pulling the right fingertips forward, left leg back, pushing the mat away with the left palm. Breath in and breath out. One more breath. And then drop everything down onto the mat. Bring the knees wide, the two big toes together, hips to heels. Let's come into child's pose. Extend the arms in front of you if that feels nourishing for you. If your shoulders are feeling too tender in that posture, bring the hands down by your heels. Notice your breath. Notice your mind. One more breath here. And then we're floating the arms over to the right side, placing the left palm on top, pulling the palms to the right as the hips pull to the left. Again, that gaze is low, so there's no straining in the neck. One more breath here. And then walking back through center, over to the left side. This time the right palm comes on top of the left. Palms pull to the left, hips to the right. Deep inhale, long exhale. One more breath here. And then bringing the palms back in front, shoulder width distance, press into the palms, lift the hips all the way up. Bring the knees back to hip width distance. You're either staying on all fours or pressing into the palms, digging the toes in and coming up to downward facing dog. So downward facing dog is nourishing for you. Widen through the collarbones, push the upper body back towards the thighs and bend the knees as much as you need to so that the sit bones are up towards the ceiling. If that's not nourishing for you, all fours or puppy pose is an option. Take a few breaths here, noticing how the legs are feeling. You might want to bend one knee in and drop the opposite heel down. Notice how the spine is feeling. Soften the back of the neck, turn the eye gaze up to the navel or the gap in between the legs. One more breath in. On the inhale, if you're in downward facing dog, coming onto your tippy toes, glancing to your palms and walking to the top of the mat. If you're on all fours, join us here in ragdoll. Let's interlace opposite palms to opposite elbows. Drop the crown of the head towards the mat, perhaps a gentle sway from side to side. Taking some deeper breaths here. Another forward fold, beautiful grounding posture. If the lower back is pulling, bend the knees a little more. One more breath. Press down into the feet. Bend the knees a lot. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. On your inhale, use your upper body and your core to start to bring the spine all the way up. And then bring the arms over the crown of the head. So you're taking a back bend. So we've still got opposite palms to opposite elbow. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bend the knees and bring the hands in front of you at chest height, like sailor arms and seated chair. Yeah. Keep opposite palms to opposite elbows. On the inhale, just lengthen. The arms can come up and over. And on the exhale, perhaps coming down, sinking a little bit lower, maybe not, depending on how the hips are feeling. We're doing one more, beautiful. Breathing in, you're lengthening, arms come up and over, opening the heart. And as you breathe out, sinking down, seated chair, keep the elbows wide, softness in the shoulders, good. Inhale, reach up, release palms from elbows. Make a prayer at the crown of the head. As you exhale, hands to your heart, empty the breath. Breathing in, the arms reach up and over. And breathing out, a swan dive to your mat, emptying the breath, bending the knees as much as you need to. A halfway lift, a forward fold. Ground with the feet, strong arms, let's reach all the way up. The palms meet at the top. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart space, empty the breath completely. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhale, down to your mat, emptying the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, place the hands on the mat, bend the knees, step the right foot back. We're angling the foot to give you stability. And once you feel stable, bring the arms up for warrior one arms. So adjust the feet as you need to. Back foot is nice and switched on. The leg is straight. Left knee is in that saddle lunge. So on the breath in, we're opening the shoulders, opening the heart, straightening the front leg. And on the breath out, like you're trying to bring the elbow tips together in front of you as you lunge with that left knee. Breathing in, opening everything, straightening that front leg. Yeah, beautiful. Breathing out, lunging, elbow tips together. We're working the arms and legs. Two more. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. One more. Breathing in, keep your mind focused. And breathing out. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. Straighten the front leg. As you exhale, open up, warrior two. Bring that softness in the shoulders, adjust that back foot as you need to. Flip the palms. On the breath in, everything straightens, the arms reach up. Breath out, bring it to your heart space, a deep lunge, and then push the palms away. Do a few more. Breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out to your heart space, lunging, pushing arms away. Two more. Inhaling in and exhaling out. One more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Flip the front palm. On the breath in, let's reverse the warrior, reaching up and over. On the breath out, back through, warrior two. Two more. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Bring the back hand to meet the front hand. Make those opposite palms to opposite elbows again, so sailor arms. On the breath in, pull the arms up and over, straighten the front leg and rock onto the front heel. And then on the exhale, a deep lunge. Arms at chest height as you lunge forward. Breathing in, reaching up and over. Breathing out, lunging, bringing the arms in front. One more like that. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Sweep the arms all the way up, take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame that front foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Ease the back knee down. Flatten off the back foot. Get fully grounded first, and then breathe the body up. Length through the crown of the head. Keep the left hand on the left thigh. Sweep the right arm up. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, push that left knee forward as that right arm comes over to the left. Inhale, you're lengthening, right arm reaches up. Exhale, lunging, arm to the left. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Wrap the left arm around the back. The right arm drapes over that left thigh. Take a breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, turn and gaze over that left shoulder. You're taking a twist. Keep grounded in the feet. The jaw is soft. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twisting a little bit more. Everything comes back round to center. Float the arms up. As you exhale, come down and frame that front foot. Press into the right hand. Breathe the left arm up. Gaze can be at the top thumb, or just keep the gaze down low. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, the hand comes to the inner edge of the left foot. Let's open up the hips. The foot can come out to the left a little more. Stay on the palms or drop down into your forearms or use any props. The right knee can come back a little. And then whether you need stillness or gentle movements to ease the hip open, listen to what your body needs and then offer it that. Often when there's a little bit of less movement, the mind can ramp up and get busy. Just notice that. Guide it back to your breath. Sometimes when life is a little bit harder than normal, we're going through challenges, our mind makes things worse than they actually are. My invitation is to observe that. Are we making things worse than they actually are? Can we look at things with clarity? We can't change the situation. The only thing we can do is change the way we deal with the situation. And life guarantee is hard, but it's not impossible. A few more breaths here, just noticing how this hip flex is feeling. And then if you're on your forearms, coming back onto your palm, just gently pigeon-toeing that left foot back to the center of the mat, coming onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up, Taking a breath in as you breathe out, stepping forward, and we're back in ragdoll again. Bend the knees again as much as you need to. Take any tension off that lower back. Maybe a gentle rock backwards and forward. And one more breath here. On the inhale, a halfway lift. On the exhale, a forward fold. On the breath in, sweep the arms all the way up. Again, opposite palms to opposite elbows. Take a breath in, pull the arms up and over. As you breathe out, take a stretch to one side. It doesn't matter which. Breathing in, you're reaching up, palms are on elbows. Breathing out, over to the other side. One more on each side. Keep equal weight in the feet. The arms reach up first. As you exhale, you're taking the stretch. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, the arms reach up. Release opposite palms from elbows. Make a prayer. As you exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Empty the breath. Inhale, reaching up and over. Take a deep back bend here. As you exhale, a swan dive to your mat, bending those knees as you need to. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, bending the knees, hands on the mat. This time the left foot steps back. Get steady first in the feet and then breathe the body and the arms up. Warrior one. Again, make sure that back foot is pressed firmly into the mat. So it's giving you support. The right knee in a gentle lunge. Hands roughly just at shoulder height. The arms, the elbows are in line with the shoulders. On the breath in, you're squeezing the shoulder blades, straightening the front leg, perhaps the gaze up. And on the breath out, a deep lunge with that right knee, elbow tips together, arms in front, beautiful. Breathing in, opening everything up, and breathing out, lunging, palms come in front. Do two more. Inhaling in, and exhaling out. One more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. Sweep the arms up, straighten the front leg. As you exhale, open up, warrior two. Make those little adjustments in the feet as you need to bring stability. Flipping the palms. On the breath in, everything straightens, the arms reach up. On the breath out, hands to your heart space and then push the palms away as you lunge with that right knee. Good. Inhaling in, let's keep flowing. Exhaling to your heart space, pushing away. Two more. Breathing in and letting the breath go. One more here. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, reaching up and over on the breath in. As you breathe out, back through soft shoulders, warrior two. A couple more like that. Inhaling in, exhaling out. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep the feet nice and grounded. The back hand comes to meet the front hand. Opposite palms to opposite elbows. Arms at chest height. Ground with the feet. On the breath in, the front leg straightens. Rock on the front heel. The arms come up and over. And on the breath out, a deep lunge. Arms at chest height. Good, beautiful. Breathing in, reaching up and over. Breathing out, lunging, reaching with the arms. Two more in your own breath. Inhaling in, exhaling out. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Release the arms up. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame that front foot. Pivot on the ball of the back foot, scoot it to the back of the mat, and then drop the knee and the foot down. Again, get grounded, hug the inner thighs together, and then breathing the body up. Nice and stable. The right hand comes onto the right thigh. On the inhale, the left arm reaches up. On the exhale, you're pushing that right thigh to the front of the mat as the left arm comes over to the right. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lunging, taking the side stretch. Good, ladies. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, that left arm comes up again. The right arm wraps behind you, left arm over the right thigh. Take another breath in to lengthen. As you breathe out, turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the jaw soft, groundedness in the feet. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist. Everything comes back round to center. Reach the arms all the way up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, come down and frame the front. This time the left hand stays on the mat. The right arm reaches all the way up. Taking that stretch as you reach up nice and tall. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, the hand comes to the inner edge of that right foot. Let's scoot the foot out to the right. Bring the hands to meet it. The left knee can come back a little. And then stay on your palms, drop down onto your forearms. Let's start to open up this other side of the body. Just noticing how you feel, noticing the breath. When you reflect perhaps and look back on your struggles, or maybe you're going through a struggle right now, don't let your struggles or your challenges or those times in your life that have been hard become your identity. Your past was never a mistake. No matter how hard, no matter how challenging it is, it's never a mistake if you learn from it. There's power in that statement there. Your past is never a mistake if you learn from it. Notice how this side of the body is feeling. Take one more breath. If you're on your forearms, coming back onto your palms, pigeon-toeing that right foot back to the center of the mat. You're coming onto the ball of the back foot, lifting the leg up. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, step forward and we're back in ragdoll again. Just let the arms hang heavy. Drop the crown of the head down towards the mat. Maybe a gentle rock, maybe stillness, whatever your body needs, and offer it that. Take one more breath here. On the inhale, a halfway lift. On the exhale, forward fold. On the breath in, sweep the arms all the way up. And on the breath out, bring the hands to your heart space. Keep the shoulders soft. Focus your eye gaze on one spot, either in front of you or on the ground in front of you. Put the weight into that left foot. The right knee comes up, which is coming into tree pose. So if you're wanting a balance above or below the knee, if you want a deeper hip stretch, bring that right foot into the left hip socket. Or if your balance isn't for you, just simple ground. Whichever posture you've taken, really push the weight into that left supporting foot. Lift up through the crown of the head. Keep that eye gaze steady. Keep the mind steady, and then keep the breath steady. If you're wanting a little more in your spine, just sweep the arms all the way up through the center. You might want to take a back bend, pulling the arms over the head. Lots of different options. Take whatever's nourishing for you. Take one more breath here. If the arms are reached up, reach up a little taller. And as you exhale, bringing the hands back through your heart space. Releasing that right knee up. Take a breath in. And then just drop the two big toes together. Let the arms just fall down by your side. Give a little shrug of the shoulders up to the ears. A big letting go sigh out. One more. Inhaling in and let the breath go. On the breath in, so the two big toes are roughly together. Sweep the arms behind you. On the breath in, lift the heels up, come onto the tippy toes and reach up with the fingertips. On the breath out, drop the heels down, curl the toes up, bring the arms in front of you, seated chair. Inhale, sweeping up, coming on to the tippy toes, a gentle balance. Exhale, sweeping the hands down in front as the hips drop down. One more. Breathing in and breathing out. Soft shoulders. On the breath in, sweep the arms all the way up, make a prayer. And on the breath out, bring the hands to your heart space. Empty the breath. Focus that eye gaze again. Press the weight into the right foot, the left knee comes up. Your version of tree, balance above or below. That deeper hip stretch, bringing the left foot into the right hip socket. Or simple grounding. Find which posture is nourishing for you. Let yourself settle into the posture, softness in the shoulders, length through the crown of the head. And the breath is flowing. Know that our trials, when observed with the correct attitude, can become our teachers. Learn the lessons through the hardships. If you're wanting that extension of the spine, start to bring the arms through the center. Reaching all the way up, keep pressing into the mat with that right foot, whether you're in a balance or not. You can bring the arms over, up and over if you're wanting. A little heart opener. One more breath here. And as you exhale, bring the hands all the way back to your heart space. And then release the left knee up, drop the foot down. Drop the hands down by your side, just give them a little shake. Press in firmly to the mat with the feet, the arms flat behind you on the inhale, reaching all the way up and over. On the exhale, floating them to the right as you soften the knees again. Your eye gaze can follow your palms. Breathing in, reaching up, the eye gaze can go up. Breathing out over to the left, the eye gaze can go to the left. One more on each side. Inhaling in, exhaling out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, the arms reach up, make a prayer. As you exhale, bring everything to your heart space, empty the breath. Inhaling, reaching up and over. As you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat, empty the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, placing the hands on the mat, dropping the knees down, coming back onto all fours first, and then widening the knees as you drop into child's pose. Again, arms can be in front or drop them down by your heels. Take a moment here to pause as we start to slow everything down a little more. Notice your quality of mind. Know that your true test in life doesn't occur when all is going well. The true test occurs when we're faced with the challenges in life. How will you respond? How will we react? Sometimes life will throw us those obstacles just to make sure that we really desire our desires. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. Place the hands in front of you, push into the palms, lift the hips up, bring the knees back to hip width distance, and just make those rotations of the hips that we did at the beginning of the class, taking a slow circle in one direction. Once you've completed that circle, just taking it in the opposite direction. Eye gaze is down at the mat. Inhaling and you're exhaling. And then once you've done the rotation in both directions, come back to a neutral posture. Take 3 cat-cow pose here. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more in your own breath. Inhaling in, exhaling out. 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to neutral posture, swinging the ankles out to the side, coming down onto your sit bone. Bring the feet to the top of the mat, roughly hip width distance. Take a breath in, float the arms up. If you don't want core, just drop down onto your mat. If you're wanting a little core, engage the core. Tuck the chin into the chest and just come down all the way using your core. The moment your back takes the strain, you're just dropping all the way down. Once the upper body's landed, bring the knees in for that squeeze. Taking some rocks or circles from side to side or making those rotations. And then very gently drop the left foot down, the knees bent, the right leg extends up towards the ceiling, holding on to the back of the thigh. Push out through the sole of the foot and then slide the palms up towards the ankle if you want that deeper stretch. With that left knee, make sure it's pushing upwards and forwards, not out to the side. On the breath in, if you want that little core, bring the head up to meet the knee. On the breath out, just gently drop the head back down. 1 more like that. Inhaling, keep pulling the leg towards you, the head comes up. Exhaling, just dropping everything down. Bend that right knee back in towards you and then bring the right ankle over the left knee. Push out through the sole of that right foot so the toes are curling back. This may be enough for you. If you want a deeper hip opener, lift the left foot up, hug the left shin or thigh, and make sure if you've taken this option, you're pushing out through both soles of the feet. Feeling that stretch perhaps in that right glute and hip. You can use your right elbow to push the right thigh away if you have access to it. Make sure the toes are curling back so you're shining out through the soles of the feet. If you're wanting a little core here, you can bring the head up, pulling the left thigh towards you, holding it here for 3, 2, 1. The head gently drops back down if it's elevated. The left foot comes down. Bring the arms out to the side, palms facing down. Right knee comes over the left and let the knees fall to the left as you gaze to the right. You should feel a twist in the spine. Make sure the shoulders are on the mat, that you're breathing in and you're breathing out. Perhaps slow down that breath a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Press into the mat with the palms, engage the core. Bring the knees all the way up. Uncross the legs. Bring them in for a little squeeze. Wrap your elbows around them. Take some gentle rocks or circles. Notice that little massage in the lower spine as you take those actions. And then when you feel ready, the right foot comes down, knee pointing upwards. Left leg extends up towards the ceiling. Holding on to the back of the thigh, shining out through the sole of that left foot. And if you want to go deeper, you can slide the palms up the ankle. Feeling the stretch deepen, make sure that that right foot is pressing down, the knees pointing up and forward. That extra bit of core on the inhale, bring the head up to meet the knee. On the exhale, gently drop down. 1 more. Inhale to come up. Exhale, head gently rests down. This time left knee comes back in, left ankle over that right knee. Push out through the sole of that left foot, feel the stretch in the left hip and glute. If you want to add on to that, right foot comes up and you're hugging the right thigh or shin towards you. If you've taken that option, you're pushing out through both soles of the feet. The left elbow can push the left thigh away from you. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. For those that want that added core, the head can come up, but keep pulling the right thigh or shin towards you. We're holding this for 3, 2, 1. If the head is up, gently drop it back down. Drop the right foot back down. Arms out to the side, palms facing down. Left knee crosses over right, and the knees fall to the right as you gaze to the left. Feel the twist in the opposite direction. Slow down your breath. Make sure your shoulders are on the mat. Taking one more breath here in your twist. Use your core, bring the knees back up, uncrossing them. Just extend the legs down towards the mat. Bring the arms behind you. Take a full body stretch first. A deep inhale in. As you take the stretch, a long exhale as you soften the body. And then make your way into your inversion. So if you're wanting shoulder stand with a block underneath, legs up with a block underneath the hips, or bridge with a block underneath, or if you have access to a wall or a couch, feel free to use that as a prop. Now let's start to really kick in the body's natural calming system by coming into your inversion of your choice. And as you move into that inversion, just slow down your breath cycle, slow down your mind. As much as it's hard to believe when we're going through the hard times, when I look back at my life, sometimes those hardest times have been blessings in disguise. And sometimes the hardest lessons to learn are the ones that your spirit and your soul needs the most. So all those tough experiences, unfair moments, sometimes we need to just put all those lessons, place them in a box, all those experiences, place them in a box and just label it as thank you. Notice how the body's feeling in your inversion. The mind's getting pulled. Just come back to focusing on your breath again. Taking a few more breaths here. Just slowing everything right down. And often in the times of challenge, tears come. My encouragement is to let them come. They're there for a reason. It's not a sign of weakness. Maybe it's simply a sign that you've tried too hard for too long just to be strong. Take one more breath in your inversion and then just gently make your way out of your inversion. We'll all meet with the upper body on the mat, the shoulders and spine, with the feet on the mat, the two big toes together and the knees squeezing together. Bring the arms overhead, just micro-bending the elbows, taking any tension off the shoulders. Just take a breath in with the knees pointing up. As you breathe out, drop them to the right. You can turn the eye gaze to the left or just keep it neutral. Take a deep inhale in, let the breath go. On your next inhale, draw the knees back up. And on your exhale, over to the other side, twisting in the opposite direction. You can turn the gaze the other way. Maybe just do one more on each side in your own breath, pulling the knees up using your core, dropping the knees to one side, taking 1 or 2 breaths on that side before you pull the knees back up and take it on the opposite side. Just take your time. If you feel to hang out on one side a bit longer, then go ahead. And then once you've done your 2 on each side, or if you're hanging out there for a bit longer, go ahead. Bring the knees back up, extend the legs all the way down. Bring the arms behind you. Let's finish off with a full body stretch. So deep inhaling, reaching the fingertips away from the toes. And as you exhale, just softening the body into that final resting posture, whether that be lying down on your back, on your side, or lying down is nourishing for you. Take a posture that is. And let's just be still. The yogis or the ancient practice tells us that this is the most important posture of all, when everything that you've done for the last hour just comes together in a moment of stillness. So just observe the mind as the body is still. Slow down your breath, let the body rest, and I'll guide you when it's time to come back in. As your next inhale and exhale, keep the body still in stillness. Just let the ears be open. Know that during the hard times, whether that be a moment of anger, impatience, challenges, anything that perhaps evokes a reaction or annoys you, perhaps is teaching you something. Anything that frustrates you perhaps is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you how to get your power back. Anything that you hate is teaching you unconditional love. Anything you fear is teaching you the courage to overcome your fears. And anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go. As you take your next breath in and let it go, if you want to finish lying down, stay as you are, or gently roll over to one side and perhaps come into a seated posture if that's how you're finishing your practice. If you want to stay lying down, then simply stay as you are. If you're coming up to seated, just taking your time, moving mindfully, keeping the eye gaze within you still. And as we started the practice, just taking that gentle rock around, finding that grounded spot and plugging back into Mother Earth as the rest of the body just gently lifts to the heavens. Let's bring our hands to our heart space or place them over our heart. Let's take a deep inhale in together through the nose. A big letting go sigh out through the mouth. You've endured, you have been broken, you have known hardship. At times you've lost yourself, but here you are, still standing, sitting, lying, still moving forward, growing stronger each day. Never forget those harsh lessons in your life. They have made you stronger. And as we seal our practice, my encouragement is during the hard times, don't let life stand still. Just keep going on with life. Start now. Start where you are. Start perhaps with fear. Start perhaps with pain. Start perhaps with doubt. Start with hands shaking, with voice trembling, but simply keep moving forward through the tough times. Keep going, don't stop. Start where you are with what you have. And my encouragement is life will be hard. It's your attitude that determines everything. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us for Stretch and Flow with Rashi. We hope you've enjoyed the class. Please subscribe and make sure if you have any questions, please send an email, get in touch some way. Once again, thank you and have a great day.